raise your score, and never, ever be broke again. Nothing up my sleeves. Trust me, this is going to be awesome. Hey, I'm Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, where your real financial education begins. Today, we're going to talk about some stuff. And before I get into the content, let's talk about Bitcoin. Everybody and their mother is going crazy about Bitcoin. And people act like this has never happened before. Remember the gold rush of the 1800s? This was something very similar, and people were uprooting their lives and moving to California to swing a pick to get some gold. And a lot of these folks died broke. Be very careful. In my in the super credit bundle next week when I get back, because I'm here in London, I'm going to do a special Bitcoin course. I believe in Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to keep going up forever and ever. I believe there'll be a correction, and no, I don't think it's going down to zero. But I think people need some guidance on how to buy stuff. And it's not about taking out loans or doing some crazy stuff to get a bunch of Bitcoin so you can take advantage of the spread. It's nothing like that. Nothing. All right. Let's get into the content. How to raise your credit score, how to fix your credit, and how to never be broke again. Often, people who focus on credit repair focus on credit repair. They don't focus on the root cause. If you were sick, if you got divorced, if there was some crazy stuff that happened in your life, and that was the reason your credit went bad, I'm not talking to you. But for the other 90-something% of you, it is a lack of personal discipline. It's a lack of money. Because I feel you. I just had this interesting conversation with this one of the ladies that works here in the hotel. I was just asking her about her life, and London is rugged. London is just taking no prisoners. But very similar problems persist over here that persist in the United States, except it's a different level and it's a different origination point. But you have to make more money. I did one of my first videos, how to get $100,000 credit limit with bad credit. And people, go ahead, check out the video. People are mad that I say make more money. They're like, well, this video won't help the common man. Well, this video is garbage. Wait a minute. So you making more money, improving your life, and fixing your credit is somehow bad? It's crazy. And I really thought about that because it's troubling, right? And then it's okay, why are so many people assiduously against making more money? You know, it's like, what, it sounds good in theory, but the practical application of having more money is somehow whack. I don't know. Then I delved into the underbelly of it. Most people have never had a class or someone to tell them how to structure their money. It's not taught in the schools anymore. It used to be taught. And you have a lot of people out here who have no money management skills not due to the, no one helped them out. No one said when you're 16 or you're 18 and 19 and 20, a few of you have had that, but someone should have said, look, this is what you do with your money. This is how you lather your money. You should have 4 to 5 checking accounts for your personal accounts. You should be running your financial life like you run a business. And what I'm going to do is help you with that. So we're going to start off with the basics. Regardless of if you make $650 an hour or you make $1 million an hour, you need a budget. And this is why. The human need is to grow. It's to spend more money. It's to overconsume. So as your income stretches, so does your appetite. You start developing habits and hobbies you had no clue of ever doing. I've had people try to get me to play golf for years. I don't like golf. I tried it. I'm just like, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to pay the money to play golf. There's nothing about golf that I appreciate. Now, I have a friend who is somewhat similar, and we talk, and he's like, "Well, yeah, I'm just out there because of what business is conducted. I don't really like golf." So you've developed this expensive habit to impress people, to hang around people you don't really know or care about. So that's what I mean by people start doing stuff that they normally would not do, and it's original. It's not really part of who they are. So you need the budget, and you need to allocate certain monies for certain things. And if you do this, you're going to fix your credit, you're going to raise your score, and you're never going to be broke again. Because it's not some wild technique or some secret Illuminati stuff. It's just plain simple delayed gratification. Now, there's ways to do it better, and there are systems that are better than other systems. I'll give you that. But you got to set your money up right with whatever money you have. Like I'll use me. I've had some very high paying consultant clients. Now, I'm always that dude that is afraid that it's like, this is going to stop. So I govern myself accordingly. Now, all of them have stopped. I've concluded them. People ran out of money. But my standard of living isn't going to change because I didn't raise it when I was making all that money. I didn't know. I was like, you know what? This is only a year. We don't know what's going to happen. So before we start going out and doing crazy stuff, let's just chill and see what happens. So my appetite hasn't stretched. It's in the same spot. That's what I want you to do. Now, this is going to sound very controversial, and this is going to sound a little crazy. I want you to obtain the highest standard of living that you currently can and lock it. If you like eating out every night, pencil that in. If you like buying new cars, pencil that in. Because once you get your budget, like, okay, I eat out every day. That's 30, 40 bucks a day. Put it in your budget. And then once you have all of those numbers in front of you, you're going to start making some real decisions because you're like, wait, whoa, whoa. Because eating out is 30, 40 bucks a day, right? Well, that's 900 to 1200 bucks a month. And when you see that real number, not on your credit card, not going out, you just kind of feel a little light. But when you see that number, you're going like, that's crazy. You're going to make a different decision once you see that real number. And this is why you need a budget, because a budget is going to force you to look at the numbers. And once you start looking at the numbers, you're going to make different decisions, because as long as your head is in the sand, and as long as you can continue to fund whatever you're doing, it's going to stay the same. But once you take a sheet of paper, you write those numbers down, and you look at those hard numbers, your attitude's going to change and your actions are going to change. How many of y'all have kids in, let's say between 6 or 7, and you give them some money and you tell them that, hey, if you want this, you got to use your money. And when kids, I did this with my daughter, and I remember we're in Target, and I said, well, if you get that doll, you're going to have to use your $5. And she's like, I don't want it. Do you hear me? She's 5 years old, and she made that decision, because what you have to do is pull responsibility from ether. You have to put it together where you see the responsibility and you feel the responsibility as early as possible. Because there was this movie, Confessions, with Ben Kingsley, and he said something about the right thing. I'm going to say it. I don't know if I'm going to say it correctly, but people have no problem doing the right thing. The problem is they don't know what the right thing is. Once they know, they do it. 9/11, there was no crime. So because everyone had this common enemy. No one knew what's going on. Crime stopped, murder stopped. So people can stop dealing to their basic instincts if they have a good enough reason. So you looking at your numbers, the real numbers, I guarantee you it's going to change your behavior. It will. You're going to be like, whoa, I can't do that. I can't do that. Because see, right now, you're kind of blind to what's really going on. But once you shed the light onto the situation with those real numbers, your behaviors will change. And they will change drastically. So let's get into how do you make more money? And this is something that I've been thinking about and talking about for a long time. We're in a very, very strange situation because there's some people in the economy who are doing amazingly well. And there are other people that are barely getting by. And it's the same economy. And typically, if that is you, you have a skill set problem. You do not have a money problem. You have a skill set problem. Your skill sets, I don't care how much money you pay for them in college. I don't care. They're obsolete. They're no good. Just own that, accept that, let that go, because as long as you continue to hold on to yesterday's skill sets and expect today's money, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be very, very disappointed. So if you're struggling, you do not have a money problem. It's not that your job is holding on to money. It's not that they're not paying you enough. You have a skill set issue. Because in today's world, 2017, anyone can make money without money. So money's not the problem. It's always a skill set problem. So you need to start working on your skill sets. Now, while you're working on your skill sets, and I want you to pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You do not have the power of choice. You think you do. It's like, well, I cannot start this car wash. I cannot do this lawn service. I could not do this computer repair service. I don't have to do that. But if you are broke, if you are living with mom and dad, if you are living with some chick because you can't live on your own, you don't have any choice. And you should govern yourself accordingly. You should pick something. I don't care if you don't like it. I know this is the age of fulfillment. It's like, hey, I got to be happy. Throw that out the window. You be happy when you make $100,000 a year. You be happy when you got $10,000 in the bank. You be happy when your car is paid off. You be happy when there is no credit card debt. You will be very, very happy if any one of those events happen. And that's going to take a level of maturity. It's going to take a level of action that you're currently not deploying. Yeah, this is not a feel-good video. This is not a pat you on the back video. This is, you need to wake up, because we're going through a fundamental shift. And I interviewed one of my dudes today, and John, if you're watching, thank you, appreciate it. And we had a lovely breakfast, took me to breakfast. And he said something today. Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, Revlon, all of these big brands, they're really not using Facebook. They're using Google, and they're not really using Instagram, and they're not using YouTube. Now, I want you to think about what's going to happen when Coca-Cola pulls its money from billboards and pulls its money from TV, and they start investing heavily into Facebook. The cost of paid traffic is going to go through the roof. And if you're undercapitalized, you're not going to be able to play that game. You will have to have some really serious, smart things going on. And we don't really know when that's going to happen. But this year is the first year that online ad spending was more than offline ad spending. First time ever. So it's happening. How fast it's going to happen, I don't know, but it's happening. And I'm telling you, you don't have a lot of time, because once those big brands start advertising, the money that, because he told me like a print ad in Cosmopolitan is $200,000. $200,000. You know what I could do with $200,000 on an ad campaign in a year? So what's going to happen? all these brands. It's not going to be Timmy's Auto Shop. It's not, no, it's these brands are going to come to Facebook. They're going to come to the Googles. They're going to come to the YouTubes, and they're going to light that paid traffic up. Now, why am I speaking about this? And why am I talking to you like this? Hold on. I need some more tea. I'll use myself as an example. When I started online, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue. I knew I kind of needed to have a funnel, which I still really don't. I knew that I needed to do emails. Email's good, but I didn't know what I was doing. I had the time to figure out what worked and what didn't. You want to know why I had that time? I had no competition. There was no one else in the storage auction space. It was wide open. It was mine. You are not going to have that luxury. Every day, there are more people coming online. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have this tipping point where it's going to be like, you think YouTube's crowded now? Nothing compared to what's coming. And if you start a service business and you start getting your money together and you start getting your education together, you got the time now to start that business, get your money up, get your debt straight, get your credit straight, and then delve into that while you have time. Because, some of you are going to listen to me. Most of you aren't. I already know this. I'm only speaking to a few people here. And if this video helps 2-3 people, it's worth the time and effort. Because while you're sitting around thinking you got time and you have the ability of choice and you can pick and choose and refuse, you see that? Well, you can't see it because it's an Apple Watch. But you see that? Time is steadily ticking by and it's going to start speeding up. So while you're sitting there thinking about, hey, you got time to play, and this is, you need to start a business. And if you don't know what you want to do when you grow up, you need to start something, because you don't have time to wait until the right moment shows up. Not in this vicious economy. You don't. Like I said, I was talking to one of the ladies that works here, and she lives in London. If you don't know anything about London, London is super expensive. She has 5 roommates. You heard me right. She has 5 roommates. Not she's got, including herself, 5. There's 6 of them living in this shared apartment, and they have rooms. And she's paying $900 a month for that. That's coming to America. In many places, it's already there, because we have this dichotomy of, once again, and it's a skill set dichotomy. It's not about money. It's skill sets. If you got the right skill sets, you can make money without money. And I'm talking about a lot of money. So my caution to you, my message to you, is to get started tonight, not tomorrow, not when your money's right. Because let's say you have no money. You can still write a plan. And let's say you could still get a website. You can still get hosting. That does not cost a lot of money. You can still get that. So you can get started tonight on something, because what I predict is coming is a hidden recession. And what I mean by that is, for people with the right skill sets, it won't be a recession. And for whatever you need to do, because money is the solution. Money may not buy happiness, but as someone once said, in terms of importance, it's right up there with oxygen. There's a lot of namby-pamby people online talking about, oh, you're always about the money. Like that's a bad thing. Like there's something wrong with being about money. And the thing is, the humanity that we purport to have, it ain't in place. If it was, we wouldn't have homeless veterans. You see people like, oh, that's terrible, as they step over that bump. They step over that homeless person. They step over that person who served our country. Oh, it's just terrible, but you're not doing anything about it, which means it's not really on your radar. And I'm not bashing you or saying you're selfish. I'm saying that's how you respond to these situations. Now, on the credit tip, delayed gratification is your best friend. I put it out there before. You need to secure credit cards. and you don't need to use them. I mean, coffee, buy a cup of coffee, or if you use up the limit, make sure you pay that sucker off before the statement cuts, because you could pay it off and then your statement's like, say your limit's 5,000, you spent 4,500. It looks bad and it's going to lower your score. But if your statement is on the 18th and you pay it off on the 15th, doesn't mess with your score. Now, you got to start a business. And this is why I'm saying this is how you can fix your credit. This is how you can raise your score. And this is how you can never be broke again. Because once you start a business, you have what's called active income. And one of the things I'm going to do in Hustle Camp and the super credit, the super credit bundle, I'm going to give you some examples of some stuff, plus a lot more. Now, this will be going down when I come back. Today is Friday, so I'll be back Sunday. So give me like Tuesday to get cracking. But I want you to hear me, and this is serious, because we have people out here who have never had jobs and they're making 6 and 7 figures a year. What's going to happen is that group is going to spread. You're in high school right now, and your boy Ted has an internet business, and Ted is driving to school in, let's see, a GTR or a Porsche or something that he paid off with his own money. And Ted always has money. And Ted just said, like, my parents are getting on my nerves. I moved out. You're looking at Ted and you're like, I want to be Ted. And there's a lot of kids who are assiduously avoiding the path of getting an education, going out to work, because they're seeing Ted. And you know what? Ted's going to sit down and talk to him. Ted, like, this is what you do. This is how you do it. That competition is going to be insane. So once again, I implore you to get started, because a lot of you are like, what do I start? What do I do? I want you to lock yourself in the room, and I want you to question yourself about what can you do. And if you can't figure out something to do, pick something that makes money. Cutting grass makes money. Washing cars makes money. Painting houses makes money. Picking up trash, haul-offs makes money. Pick something until you can figure out your heart's desire. Because once again, time is ticking. You got all of these situations where you have all these people who do not have money, and they don't have access, and they don't have credit, and they're looking for someone to save them. You need to put your own cape on. You really do. Because as long as you are hoping and wishing someone's going to save you, and someone may come along and have pity on you, it could happen. But you put yourself in the position to be powerless. You put yourself in the position to be a victim. You put yourself in the position that you need all kinds of help. And that's just not good. It's really not. All right, so I'm going to jump over here in this chat room, see what y'all talking about. There's a lot of things that's going on. Good Lord. All right, let's see. What's up, Johnny Walton? What's up, Emperor? What's up, Alex? What's up, Cliff? Baruch? Agent J Poole? Tone Lee owning it? Michael Dennis? G Ranks? Michael Dennis, not the time for regular folks to get into Bitcoin. I disagree a little bit, but it's how you get into it, and we'll talk about that later. What's up, Patches? I went to a lot of museums, but it's hard getting around this city. Thank you, Agent. Missed the table for one. Financial literacy isn't taught in schools. It sure isn't. What's up, Zola? Mark Hutchins. Yeah, because the thing is, if you get married, there's a business component to your marriage. And I don't know why most couples don't do this. Like, they just don't. But you got to run your personal finances like a business. Let's see. It jumped. Hold on. Give me a second to get back. Never broke action pack is the truth. Thank you. Reginald Proud did that with my son yesterday, and he did the same thing. What exact? What? Well, what was I talking about, Reginald? Yep, my boys hold on to their cash. If it was like, I mean, seriously, if your kid has the option to spend your money, they're gonna spend all day, but they gotta spend their money. They're gonna think. They're gonna pause. What's up, Lamode? Thank you, Dank. Appreciate you. What's up, E-Rock? What's up, Sexy L? What's up, the Wild Jones Report? Sure thing, Zola. Money definitely rules the world, John. Wow, it's like that in Dinland. My mom got 4 roommates and looking down. What? Your mom? Wow, that's crucial. Good deal, DJ Slink. Dang, DJ in Paris. After I got my secured credit card with Navy Fed, they pre-approved me for an unsecured card within a week. Navy Federal is the truth. Oh yeah, there's a whole class of folks who are working, who are making money without jobs. It's just going to grow. So if you can't beat them, join them. Thanks, so you're on point. Tested the job market, even though I don't need a job to see what's going on. Got a few interviews, one offer. Rental car clerk, 15 an hour at C-Tech. Wow, that's rough. Cody Wyman. I discovered that I love teaching music, and I've started doing that. In 3 months, I got 9 active students, and I have over 700 students taking courses. See, there is a girl who's in one of my groups. She teaches sign language. Guess, and put this in the comments, how much money she makes per month teaching sign language. Oh, London's great. I'm still here. They say, hey, I have an MBA. The guy interviewed me, say, so what? I have plenty of MBAs working as clerks. Wow. I'm starting my ad agents this weekend, massive prospecting. What's up, Onisha Briggs? What's up? Be real. Oh, I'll be here a while. What's up, James Franklin? Aunt Banks, what's going on? Sure thing, Gwen. Okay, Broderick. Reginald, when you were talking about when you told your daughter she would have to spend her money to get doll instead of spending your money. Oh, yeah, that's some funny stuff right there. They know that early, the value of money. Thank you, Flying Cheetah, Dill Pickle. She'll start getting a secured credit card. I only make $735 a month. We're going to address that in a minute. I mean, it's the truth, Michael. All right, Nisha. Alex Holly, London's very expensive. I stayed off Piccadilly Square. Great experience. Oh, man. Awesome, Cody. 10,000 a month. No, Sexy L5. Crazy Zola, 30,000 per month. Camu ATL. I just watched a video talking about how it's easy to start a business and it's file job application. It is. Yeah, it's 30K. I think Cody's in that group because she had put up a post. On the bad month, she does 16,000 and she does 30 grand. Now, why do I bring that up? Can you think of a more niched service? It's extreme. Like how many people? I mean, you can literally walk down the street 7 days a week and not meet a deaf person. So just to think, because one of the things that I have to do, and one of the things I want you to do, is to get rid of your limiting beliefs. If you feel you can do something, test it. If it doesn't work out, at least you know. But don't go, well, they ain't gonna work, so I ain't gonna do it. Do not do that. Now she makes 30K a month teaching sign language. Just to let you know, it's so many things you can do. But this is why you cannot wait until you figure it out. Because if you wait and you're not out there doing something to bring money in, you're losing time. Because let's say you don't want to start a car wash, right? But you don't know what you want to do when you grow up. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to listen to Glenda. I'm going to start this car wash. And you make like 500 to a G a week. And you keep it 6 months. And then some cat comes in and y'all start vibing. He teaches you, tells you some stuff. And like, boom, you found your thing. But if you didn't have that car wash, you never would have met that dude. I can't tell you how many times in the active business I have met people who suggested certain things to me. And it's only with business, because if you're just hanging out with people, what do you talk about? Weather, sports, you don't talk about business. But when another business owner sees you as a business owner, that's a different conversation. It's a very different conversation. All right, so let's go back to Dill Pickle. All right, Dill, you got to get your income to 3Gs a month. One of the things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to be a little hard on you, is you don't make enough money to afford a credit card. I mean, that's just reality, because you make $735 a month, you charge it. I mean, you don't. You got, and this is one of the things I'm talking about. And like I said, I'm not beating you up. I'm just trying to illustrate some stuff. Is you got to get the foundational problem solved. It's kind of like, I know I'm gonna get grief for this. It's like dudes or chicks who don't have cars, who want to date, who don't live on their own but want to date, who have no money but want to date. If you're an adult and of a certain age, and I'm not talking to the kids out there, and I'm not talking about recent college graduates, but if you don't have a car, you don't have your own place to live, you don't have any money, you shouldn't be dating. Dating should be the furthest thing away from your mind. Because when I was in that situation, I was living in a boarding house, and I was honest with chicks, I was still grinding. I wasn't grinding hard. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was still grinding. And I was trying to solve that situation. But if you're just like completely just out there, you don't need to be dating. That's the furthest thing from your mind. Because, you know, I'm not saying you're dating Dill Pickle, but you got to get your income to like 3Gs a month. All right, let's see. What's up, Tasha? Wells Fargo secured card is great for building credit. Check out my secured credit card video. It answers that question and more. Erica, yes, yes, yes. So many people on Facebook talking about give a guy a chance. I'm going to say something to some of y'all. Y'all may unsubscribe. If you're 40 years old, you're the person you're going to be. Unless some life-changing event happens, you are who you're going to be. And if you don't have any ambition, you don't have your own money, you living with people, there ain't no potential there. You are who you are. And I say this for both men and women, because I remember the last time I was talking to this chick and she was poor. And I instantly said, I don't date poor chicks. And she's like, who? And, you know, she was bad. She was fine. And she's like, you shouldn't say things like that. What, the truth? I like, look, you're pretty. Yes, you have a nice body, but you're poor. And, you know, if I'm trying to build something with somebody, you haven't even demonstrated the basics. I mean, most we can have is sex, but you really can't be anything in my life. You know, that chick chased me so hard because I was serious. I wasn't running game on. I was just like, ooh, you poor. No, no, no. Because I've done that before and it doesn't work out well. It doesn't work out well at all. These struggle love quest. Beast, what do you think about becoming a secure creditor? Break that down. I mean, and I'm saying this both for the dudes, and I'm saying this because if you notice that a lot of women are janky now, it used to be a girl would, like, you know, have herself halfway together. You got bummy women, you got bummy dudes. looking for somebody to save them. Be real. That's the God's honest truth. Selects they're working hard to get a come up. Now I'm going to show y'all something here because I get a lot of people asking questions that have been answered already. And I'm going to show you where to find these answers. Because I meant to do this before, but I never got around to it. So what I'm going to do is go here. All right. I thought I was, all right. All right. So what I want you to do is hit this, like any questions about a secured card or something like this. I got this playlist plus some other juicy stuff for you on everything. So if you've got like a credit question, please watch this playlist. And I'm putting it, you just go to the front of the channel. It's the first thing up, click it and just go through these videos. And that will help you so much. It really will. So that's how to improve your personal credit. Now, the reason that I did not mix personal credit with business credit is they're two different animals. And I think everyone should have great personal credit. And then you can work on building the business credit. Like if you got great personal credit, getting business credit is super easy. Super, super easy. So that is for those of you who need that. Erica Williams, no accidents after 25. I agree with you. That's a choice. Believe that. Well, we're not going to get off into the gold digger or the gold digging dude. I mean, I'm going to be honest. You have dudes who are gold diggers because you have power chicks. So it's a crazy world we live in. Beast, a secured creditor is generally a bank or other asset-based lender that holds a fixed or floating charge over a business asset or assets when a business becomes insolvent. Well, all right, that's way beyond the scope of good credit, bad credit. That's a whole different thing. Be real, I'm a black man with a 720 credit score. Tasha James, I don't date bum women either. I got to save myself. And once again, this isn't about if a person's good or a bad person. It's if you're trying to build and you have someone who doesn't have the ingredients to build, they're probably going to bring down what you're building. Not maliciously, not actively, just because they need so much. Now, once you start this business, and this is the thing, because we got this conversation on my Facebook page about Bitcoin. At current pricing, I got like 190 G's of Bitcoin. And do I go in and check the Bitcoin pricing every day? Nope. Do I figure out how I can get more Bitcoin? Nope. Because let's say Bitcoin is valid, because it's becoming more valid, but I believe we're in for a correction. I don't think Bitcoin's going to go down to zero. I don't think that's going to happen. But we are going to have a correction because it is 100. This market is 100% fueled by speculation. So let's say you had $1 million in Bitcoin, you right there. Okay. Now you start selling Bitcoin to get money. What happens? What is that called? You're diluting your position. Investments should be investments. So if you're trading Bitcoin, you're not an investor in Bitcoin, you're a trader of Bitcoin. It's a big difference. If you buy, like me, I've invested in Bitcoin because I bought it and I never sold it. I'm an investor. But if you're buying, you're selling, you're doing BitConnect and all this other stuff, you're a trader. And trading is high volatile. It's volatile. High volatility. I'm like, I can't even speak. But that's really speculative and that's dangerous. Eric Williams, patterns. This is pattern. They keep being broke, bad situation. Yeah, I'll tell you a little dirty story. There was this girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. She was the cat's meow, just gorgeous and fun to be with. Then for some reason, I don't know why, but I was on her Facebook page and I saw that she had been arrested. And then I found out that she had been arrested not once, not twice, not three times, but four times. You know, that changed everything I thought about her because she was supposed to come over that night. And I was like, I don't really feel good. Let's reschedule. I was going to have sex with her, but I'm like, and the whole thing is looking at the charges, she has very low impulse control. And I don't care how fine a woman is, if she has low impulse control, she can get you in all so much trouble by just hanging around her. And we broke up. She got with another dude. He ended up going to jail because they was doing some stuff. Then she started messing with these guys and then said he was going to fight them to defend her honor. So he gets up, he swings first, he breaks this guy's jaw. The guy doesn't hit back. The guy goes 911 and dude in jail. I'm like, crazy stuff. Deal pickle at my own place. I don't have my own car. And you're right. I just kill a woman a day because she keeps asking for money every 20 minutes. Okay. What do you mean, DJ Slink? Should I make free videos with this information, Glendon? What are you talking about? No, it's just when you're confronted, like, okay, let's go back to the example of my daughter. And it's like, you spend your $5 because I'm not spending mine. And she put her money back in her pocket. When you're confronted and like the real numbers, when you really do a budget and you write that down, your behavior changes because you're operating on valid information. As long as you're operating on invalid information or you don't know what the information is, it's very easy to be led astray. But when you have valid information, like, okay, this mortgage is $1,500 a month, this car payment, don't, oh man, after I pay all my bills, I got $300. That's very valid. That makes you make changes. That makes you like, okay, well, I got to stop going to Starbucks. Okay, you know what? I want my Starbucks. I'm about to start an eBay business. I'm about to start an Amazon business. I'm about to start a service business. I'm about to start a Shopify. It makes you change your behavior when you get valid, 100% reliable information. Big butts and acute faces, my weakness that what used to run my credit score. Wow. All right. So part of this is the delayed gratification. I'm going to break real with y'all. If you are in a bad situation now, like I was in a bad situation 18, 19 years ago, it's going to take you some time to get out. And like, just to let y'all know, there's a new podcast that's happening. I did my first interview today, and it's really, really good, and I like it. And his name's John Pimley. That's why I came over here. We're talking about the realness of being an entrepreneur. This isn't because I was going to kind of do marketing, but then I would have to just bring on marketing people. And he's 25. He's been, but the thing is, he's been hustling for 10 years. And all that stuff's in the podcast. But one of the things that I want to do for you is to give you the reality of starting a business and also give you the skills, well, actually sell you the techniques and the blueprints to do it. Because once again, everybody's not going to do it. And I'm cool with that now because like I said, if I can help one or two people with doing this, great, awesome. I'm no longer trying to save the world. So that is y'all have got some stuff going on in these comments. It is crazy. But I want you to be successful, but I can't want it more than you want it. And if you're going to keep your bad habits and you're not going to do the work, there's really nothing that I or my courses can do for you. But if you're one of those fortunate individuals who's going to crack open the course and get busy, I guarantee you, I can even promise you, this time next year, your life would be totally different. You'll walk different. You'll feel different. You'll have more money. You'll be more confident. But it's a journey. And, for those who choose to take it, it's going to be a wonderful journey. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. Let's be really clear about that. It's going to be hard because it's going to command you to do work. Like today, when I was going out to Canterbury, and it was like Canterbury Tales. London's so full of history. And this morning, I didn't want to go. I had to put on my force and like, okay, dude, you got to do this. He's ready. And then I got up, like if you've been in London, the train system is it's not a disaster. It's just if you're new and you don't know it, it can be very complex. So fortunately, I did not take a train from here to St. Pius. I took a cab, and that made the difference because I got there like 20 minutes before the train left. But I was feeling like I didn't want to do it. And I was like, you're going to do it. I got up, brushed my teeth, went out the door. So you're going to have moments like that. And that's what the podcast is going to be about. Hustle is more than a word, because if you're hustling, you're only going to go so far. You can be the best hustler in the world. You're only going to go so far. And you got to make that matriculation from hustler to business person, which is a journey unto itself. Background, nah, not attached. You don't need background checks. Typically, you're going to see who the person is. Now, you may choose to ignore that little man waving the red flag, but you will see who the person is. Patches, I started using the Excel spreadsheet a few years ago. That's how I got control of my mind and my money. And then last year, my granddaughter has adopted this budget tool and has got control of her money. You got to look at your money, because one of the things that people talk about for investing is to do an automatic deduction. I think you need to be an active participant in your money, and you need to really look at it and set big goals to what you're going to do with this money once you set it aside. Let's see. Let me plug this up. Oh, is it plugged up? There we go. Our Arch, I don't know anything about nonprofits, so I can't advise you on that. There's probably plenty of channels with good nonprofit information. I just am not into nonprofits, so I know nothing about them. Awesome. All right, so let's see, where are we? Because I'm just so discombobulated. Okay. All righty. Man, that went by pretty quickly. It went by very fast. All right, so this is what we've got for you. Not that. You can't get into that. All right. So under the video, I have a few things for these people in these various situations. And I'm going to break them down so Patty doesn't get any questions. So let's see. Which one we're going to do first? What I've done, yeah, let's just hit that, is I've repurposed a course to be the student loan solution. If you have high student loans, you got to pay them off. There is no other way out of that. All right, so this is 30 days to 2,500. This course will help you start a business. It will teach you how to sell. You, at the end of this course, which most people will take 60 days, you'll be more confident. Confidence is a huge, huge thing. You will know how to pitch stuff. You will know how to talk to people. So that's a big win for those of you who have student loans or someone who wants to start a business. And I'm going to, it's probably going to be on the last page. All right, here we go. For those of you who have bad credit, or for those of you who want to improve your credit, that's good, and you want it great or super credit, this is the course for you. It's $99. I got a few more things to add to it. but this is for you. This will help you. And Disruptive Money Personal is where I'm going to be putting the stuff on Bitcoin. Build, repair, enhance your credits. That's for folks with really bad credit. Unlimited credit, enhance your credit fast. That's for people who have good credit to great credit and want super credit. And Disruptive Money Personal, we're just going to get it. This is teaches you how to hustle, gives you some side hustles, actually gives you the tool and the blueprint to do Craigslist, to do storage auctions. If you do storage auctions, you can do Craigslist. I firmly believe that anyone who applies themselves can make $500 to $1,500 extra a month on top of their job. I really believe that. So those two courses are under the video. They're there for you, not changing the price, help you out, get you out of bad situations. That is there for you to win. The links are under the video, because every time I put the links in the chat, it doesn't work. I don't know what's up with that. I think it's a YouTube thing. So let's see. Where are we here? Oh, what kind of conversation are you having? You have to respect money, and then that's what it can and can't do for you. True. I was born rich, stay rich, keep getting richer, only my own business. Go ahead, Sherry. You see, people put such a high value on money and materials. What makes money valuable is it ain't that the money that is valuable. Okay, I think I know where you're going. Arch, no. Do not take out student loans to invest. Do not take out student loans to fund your time in college. Do not take out student loans for any other purpose than going to school. Do not do that. No. All right. You don't want to ask for the. All right, Arch. From me to you, stop looking for scammy or shortcut ways to make money. Just stop it. And hopefully you will step in line and be a good person in the community, or I'm going to have to ban you, because you're getting kind of close to trolling. You really are. All right, so that's it. Once again, anyone that needs one of those courses that will help you solve some of the pain in your life, just go under the video. They're all there. And after this video is rendered, that stuff will be under the video. It'll be the first comment on the video, or I'll pin it. Because I'm telling you, a lot of you guys are waiting on that special, mythical, majestical moment that's never going to come. All right. So I'm just saying. All right. What is today? Today is Friday. Probably won't be any more streams this weekend because I'm traveling Sunday. So that's going to be a long day. But there will be stuff next week, and there'll be some surprises. There'll be some fun stuff in the house. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment. And give me your phone number, because when I get back, I'm going to be dropping some deals. I'm going to be dropping some training. And if you're not on that text notification squad, you're going to miss out, because it is, I've got an email list that I'm going to get rid of because it's just so degraded. But we'll talk about that later. So thanks for joining me. You have a good evening. If you need that course, get it. If you need the 30 days to 2,500 to get your side hustle going, get it. If you need to fix your credit, get the super credit bundle, get it. All right. So I will talk to you folks later, because I am out.